What is going on, motherfuckers? I am Goat. I can hear, and I am your unbiased host. I hope. I think. I feel like shit, but we're here. So this is going to cover week 6 and fucking week 7 because, yeah, the reason I say I can hear, for anybody who can catch the little quick vlog video, is a couple of weeks ago I fell off my driveway. It's not uncommon for me, for anybody who doesn't know. I fell off my goddamn driveway, bashed my head twice, and got a what's classified as a mild to moderate concussion. I've had a lot of concussions in my life, so I know what they feel like, and very simple to diagnose. This one was pretty rough. I was out for about 20 minutes laying in my grass. Was what it was. Now, aside from having a massive headache, sore skull, usual, no big deal, right? Like, one would just think, okay, just move on as you feel better. I've been loopy as fuck, very hard to concentrate, and then I had a day last week where I literally went stone cold deaf for 11 hours, and it took me literally the rest of the week to kind of compose myself. But on that note, I'm back. I'm back, and we're going to talk about this clusterfuck that is known as the NFL, because good fucking God. Oh, man. You know, my picks were there, and I don't even know why. But it... Get me running. Hang on. I am... you know what? If there's a difficulty to have, I've been having it. Man. Look... As this season, I swear to God, is one of the strangest seasons I think I've seen in a long time. Like, every year it's got injuries, right? And I'm sorry I keep looking over this way. I'm just fixing something here real quick. I honestly, this has been one of the weirdest years. And like, we all know that, you know, injuries happen. And when injuries happen, they fuck teams up. So one would assume, call me fucking crazy, one would assume that, you know, at the end of the fucking day, when people start coming back from injury, that although rusty, they'll still be better. It's my general conclusion. Now, sometimes rust can compound into a really, really wicked mess of shit, but it's rust nonetheless. So sometimes you take advantage, sometimes not. We'll get into games that this is a thing. Okay? We will definitely get into games that this is a thing. Oh my God. Oh, God, my pick sucked. It's probably not as bad as I think. Let me add these up real quick. Well, you know what? We'll add them up when we get there. We'll just do this all together, right? Unbiased host talking about some bullshit. Okay, so week 6. We're just going to skim right on through this, okay? Because it done goofed and had life problems, is what it is. So week 6, we had Commanders at Bears. This was like... I thought the Colts and the Broncos primetime game was bad. This was actually worse. Commanders won an unconvincing win over the Bears, 12-7. It was fucking embarrassing to watch. I feel really bad for Amazon for paying millions of fucking dollars for this shit show that they've been handed. So it is what it is. That was fucking atrociously bad. Next game was Ravens at Giants, and guess what? What I've been calling all fucking year. Ravens cannot maintain themselves. Cannot compose themselves in the fourth quarter of a fucking game. And the Giants are looking pretty fucking good this year. Not perfect, but good enough to be a goddamn, I mean, just a rough motherfucker to deal with for most teams. So, the Giants beat the Ravens 24-20. No shock. Honestly, no shock. The Ravens, I'm having a hard time picking the Ravens at this point, because they are so goddamn inconsistent in the fucking fourth quarter, and it's starting to kind of piss me off a little bit, truthfully. Because they're rough in the fourth quarter, dude. And that's the time of the game when you need to lock shit down and be done with it. Now, the Chiefs, as far as like specifically Patrick Mahomes, have had the same fucking problem. Mahomes has not been very consistent in the fourth quarter whatsoever. But up to a few games, it hasn't really been a huge issue. For the Ravens, their defense is keeping the games close. So if the games are close, you've got to be consistent in the fourth quarter. And between Lamar's inconsistencies in the fourth quarters, their receiving core's inconsistencies, I mean, the entire offense basically is being inconsistent in the fourth quarter, and the defense is being horribly inconsistent in the fourth quarter. So I don't even know, man. The fucking Ravens are a fucking mess in the fourth quarter. I got to get this shit fixed. So Giants win that game 24-20. Next one was Colts at Jaguars. Colts got a game. And honestly, it wasn't because the Colts were that good. It was because the Jags were that bad. Okay? Colts won 34-27. So next game, Patriots at Browns. Patriots win 35-15 over the Browns. Now, I will go over legitimate picks, okay? Picks that I made ahead of time when I thought I was going to record, because we all heard me say that I chose the Browns for this game because the Patriots were coming in with their backup of their backup, right? Or no, it was just their backup. Behind the guy no, it was their third stringer because Hoyer got hurt too, I think. Yeah, so they were on their third string quarterback. I honestly did. I mean, it was like a 7th round fucking pick that nobody fucking knew of, basically. And if you did, God be with you, because you're a bigger fucking football nut than even me. This dude showed up, balled fuck out. Game ended up fucking 38-15 over the Browns. Good on them. Legit. I mean, what else can I say? Good on them. So the next game, Bengals at Saints. I am not shocked with this one, except for the final score being way higher than what I thought it was going to be. I thought that the Bengals defense was going to dominate the Saints, and not so much. Bengals finished the game 30-26 over the Saints. Buccaneers at Steelers. Okay, we're dealing with a dramatically injury-prone, dramatically off-kilter, really fucked up team in the Buccaneers. I chose them to win because I trust the fact that Brady is smart enough to do what it takes on offense to handle the game, right? That's where my faith lied, was, the GOAT. And I use that term in all sarcastic nature that I possibly can. No, I do think Brady is more than a capable quarterback. I really do. So that being said, that's why I chose him, because the Steelers defense is not terrible. But the Buccaneers have been having health problems on offense, and it was just really kind of up in the air. And guess what? They lost. Steelers took it 20-18 over the Buccaneers. I mean, like, my thought was just, what? But it is what it is. So the next game, 49ers at Falcons. That's the one where I really stand the fuck up and curiously say, the fucking hell you say. The 49ers are a really good team. Now, granted, they've had like, I think 8 fucking first string injuries, which are it's a big fucking problem, okay? At least 8. But they went up against the Falcons, and the Falcons literally balled the fuck out on them. And again, this was a pure what the fuck game. The Falcons beat them 28-14. I mean, I'm sorry. Here's the big problem with the 49ers. The 49ers are built to play ahead. Okay? If they get behind, they are not built to overcome 2 scores. They're just not. The 49ers are a really good team, okay? But their biggest problem is that they are kind of a methodical team, okay? They don't do a ton of big explosive plays per se. Now, I know the stat line's going to say otherwise, but it's because of their explosiveness off the line and what they do after, yards after contact, that kind of thing. So it's not that it's a bunch of deep balls and shit like that. It's just a bunch of breakout runs and a bunch of short route breakout, blown tackles. Or broken out of tackles. I mean, like Kittle, for example. I mean, it takes like 2 to 3 guys to take that dude down just because he's a pure motor with a helmet. Sounds like my kid may be home. But yeah, the 49ers losing to the Falcons, that was a shocker. So the next game, Jets at Packers. Now, I picked Packers to win this game. The Jets are just doing everything right. And truth be told, it's because they're keeping the ball away from their quarterback for the most part. Yes, he's passing, but he's doing a bunch of dink and dunk stuff that he's not going to make a ton of mistakes with. Okay. Now, I chose the Packers to win this game. The Jets took this game 27-10. Yeah, they're basically literally the Jets are literally keeping their quarterback from doing anything really stupid. And as long as they do that, the Jets are actually, a pretty good looking team. The problem is that if they get down at all, it doesn't go so well. So the next game, Vikings at Dolphins. Vikings are solid. They really are. They're not perfect, but they're solid, and it shows. No Tua in this game. They're on a third string quarterback in this game for Dolphins. It's really no shock. Okay. Panthers at Rams. Like I said, the Rams were going to need a feel-good game. Guess what? The Panthers were definitely the punching bag for that feel-good game. That's really all this was. Rams took the game 24-10. Okay, next game, Cardinals at Seahawks. I said that if Kyler Murray could be consistent and their defense could be consistent, that the Seahawks would not be able to take this game, but I did pick the Seahawks because I don't trust the consistency of the Cardinals right now, and my pick was founded. Seahawks took this game 19-9. Now, I find this to be a shocker that they controlled Arizona as good as they did, but at the same time, let's not get ahead of ourselves with the Seahawks. Okay, I think they've got a lot of gaping fucking holes. We'll cover that for week 7. So the Bills at the Chiefs. Only shocker that it wasn't a blowout. Truth be told, I talked about it, and I know I'm a big Chiefs fanboy. I really am. At the same time, I try to stay unbiased about it, and the unbiased thought process is very simple. The Chiefs have been very inconsistent, and you cannot be very inconsistent against a very good, consistent team. The shocker to me is that the Chiefs defense kept this much closer than I assumed. And this was the Chiefs game to lose. And unfortunately they did. They absolutely did. That's just what happened. Mahomes threw a pick in the fourth quarter. It was what it was. So kudos to the Bills. They are what I think they are. The Chiefs, I honestly thought the Chiefs were going to get the doors blown off in this one, and they did not. Bills won the game 24-20. Cowboys at Eagles. No shock. Eagles win 26-17 over the Cowboys. Just no shock. The Eagles are way better than the Cowboys with their second string quarterback in this game. The last game, Broncos at Chargers. I think I lost brain cells watching this game. The Broncos games are costing me my IQ at this point. Nathaniel Hackett is a joke as a coach. Russell Wilson is struggling at quarterback right now, which are words I never thought I would say, because he had an atrocious offensive line and almost no run game last year at the Seahawks and wasn't struggling this bad. This is rough. Now, yes, he's dealing with injury. It is what it is, but I don't know what to tell you. So on to week 7, okay? Week 7, Saints at Cardinals. Both teams very inconsistent. Both teams have the capability of being very explosive, okay? Now, with all that being said, does that mean that I can trust the Cardinals? In this one, I was winging a guess. This was one of those, I don't know which way this is going to go. I'm going to try to just fart in the wind, and if I smell it, then I'm going to fuck guess the other direction. I chose Cardinals to win. Luckily, my pick was right. That was pure luck of pick. Okay, Cardinals took the game 42-34. Sorry, my glasses had a fat-ass smudge on it. So the next game, Browns at Ravens. Ravens almost fucked up another fourth quarter. I mean, dude, I don't even know what to say. At the rate the Ravens are going right now, they're going to more than likely get to the playoffs. And if they continue to keep their highly inconsistent fourth quarter play, they are going to be one and done in the fucking playoffs. I don't give a shit where they are. I just don't. I don't fucking care where they end up. If they cannot lock down the fourth quarter problems, or at least figure out a way to blow motherfucking people, blow teams' doors off to where they don't need to worry about the fourth quarter, then they're in trouble. Because, I mean, This has been a problem all fucking season, okay? It just has, the whole fucking season. And at this point, it's a trend. It's not just a lingering, tiny little thing that they can fix, but this is a trend. They're winning one-score games or losing one-score games, and it all comes down to their fourth quarter play on offense and defense. Okay. This next game, I want to know, I want somebody to throw their hand up and just tell me who's got the Buccaneers voodoo doll. Okay? Because this don't make no damn sense. The Buccaneers go against the Panthers, okay? They go against their Panthers' third-string quarterback with an interim coach. And the Panthers beat the Buccaneers 21-3. I mean, there were so many obvious bad, plays that should have happened that just didn't. I don't know. Somebody got a voodoo doll on the Buccaneers right now. And one of y'all sneaky bastards need to hold your hand up on this one, because this is some bullshit. It's not that I like Tom Brady. It's really not that at all. It's more that I understand the consistency that man brings to the field, and no, it just wasn't there. Yeah, Panthers 21-3. I don't even know what to say. So the next game, I chose the Bengals over the Falcons to win. Thank God I was right. I say thank God. Honestly, it's no surprise. The Bengals are starting to figure themselves out, and that's a good thing for them. Okay, it really is. It's a good thing for the Bengals. It's a really bad thing for the Falcons. Bengals took that game 35-17. If the Bengals continue to cinch up their problems for the most part, and they stick with a lot of quick passes and some running, their offensive line woes, just like last year, will carry them into the playoffs pretty easily. But just like last year, their offensive line woes are gonna be a fucking problem in the postseason if they don't completely lock their shit down. So, Cowboys at Lions. That's one I actually want to look at really, 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 really quickly. Baby. Okay, so Cowboys at Lions. Guess what? No shock. Dak is back. The only thing that really was a shock to me, truth be told, is the fact of the Lions were literally just shut down by the defense. But at the same time, the Cowboys defense is no punk this season. Okay, it's really not. It's legitimately not. Cowboys, I don't even know where they're ranked right now, but the Cowboys defense is a lot of motor. Okay, it's a lot of motor and a lot of really good players. Yeah, Dak is back and he looked all right. He didn't look amazing, he just looked all right. So next game, Giants at Jaguars. Honestly, again, no shock. The Giants are fucking rolling and the Jaguars are sucking multiple weeks in a row. It's rough. Now this is not a horrible game, but not amazing either for the Jaguars. Giants took this game 23-17. Okay, now I've spoken about how this is one of my top 4 favorite teams. Excuse me. The Packers at the Commanders. Bro, I think we can all agree at this point that the Packers offensively are struggling hard. Okay? The Packers are struggling bad. Even though sometimes the score doesn't show it, I don't know how to put it. I think it was instilled on Aaron Rodgers by Brett Favre. Okay? Now, this isn't making excuses, but this is just pointing out an obvious problem. Okay? Aaron Rodgers was basically shunned by Brett Favre when he was drafted. He was brought to the Packers, and he tried to, carry on an easy relationship with Favre. And Favre, knowing that Aaron Rodgers was his replacement, and it was only a matter of fucking time, Favre didn't want anything to do with assisting in Aaron Rodgers' growth, which is funny because of how good he became. But I think Aaron Rodgers' mentality is literally gone that same way whenever he gets new players on the offense. His frustration lies in the fact that he's not a teacher. Okay, he's just not. He's not there to be a tutor. He's there and he has the expectation that you better fucking know your job if you're going to step out on the field with me. That's not a good mentality to have, although, does it work just out of commanding respect because of his track record? Sure, to a point, but players are still players and they need assistance. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the guy to teach them. And the fact that he keeps threatening retirement and he keeps talking about, it's the coaches and it's the squad, and it's like, bro, this is a team sport, man. Coaches, squad, doesn't matter. It's on everybody. So yeah, so the Packers play the Commanders. Packers lose to the Commanders 21-23. Taylor Heineke went out there and actually played pretty good. So the next game, Colts at Titans. This is the only thing of shock and awe about this game is what happened after it. The Titans won the game 19-10. They're using Derrick Henry, and then they're using whatever the fuck they can because there's really nothing outstanding on their offense. Derrick Henry is a monster. The rest of their offense is kind of meh. Okay, it's just the truth. Like if you put an elite level quarterback on that team with Derrick Henry behind him, oh my God. The Titans have a chance to be something really good, even with their mediocre receiving core. But right now, no. Tannehill back there? No. Sorry. After the game, though, Frank Reich came out and said that Matt Ryan had a injured shoulder. I think it was like a detached or dislocated shoulder. Either way, it doesn't matter. But he has been benched indefinitely. Yeah, that's a thing. So now we're on 3 years, 3 quarterbacks. We had Phillip Rivers, we had Carson Wentz, now we have Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan gets benched halfway through the season. So yeah, don't even know where to say there. Texans at Raiders. Raiders needed a feel-good game and they got it. That's really what this was. Raiders finished 38-20 over the Texans. The Raiders need a whole lot of feel-good to make things right. So next game, Jets at Broncos. Again, the Jets, as long as they keep their quarterback from making boneheaded fucking plays, have a chance at being a really good team. Do I think they're going to make it deep into the playoffs? No. No, I don't. But they have chance at getting there, at least, if they continue to call the game the way they're calling it. Jets won the game over the Broncos 16-6. That's really not much of a flex because the Broncos are just not very good. Okay? They're just not. The next game. Holy Jesus Christ. Chiefs at 49ers. Now, this was quite a shocker in the fact that I did choose the Chiefs to win this game, but I honestly assumed that this was going to come down to a game-ending field goal the way the 49ers defense has been playing, and the fact that they had 4 returning injured players, plus they just picked up Christian McCaffrey, which was a piece that the Chiefs were not allocating for. Like, when me and my son saw the trade hit, we both were like, oh, well, he won't even be playing against us. Dude literally had the playbook for 36 hours, and they set up a package for him and didn't even seem to adhere to that whatsoever. Not that it made a difference. The Chiefs absolutely stomped the bejesus out of the 49ers 44-23. That's the shocker. I thought that this was going to come down to a final drive score by one of the two teams. I did not assume that the Chiefs were going to go in and fucking just basically play fucking schoolyard bully on the 49ers defense and just beat the bejesus out of them. Especially when they were down at halftime. Right? Like, yeah, they were down 10 points twice in the first half. And they came back for a 44-23 win. Holy crap. Now, is this the end of the world for the 49ers? No. Do I think Garoppolo is a mediocre quarterback in this system? Yes. Like, this is the kind of system that Garoppolo needs, but the problem is just like I said about them the previous week, they are not built to come back, okay? Not from anything more than one possession. They're just not. They are a get-ahead, stay-ahead kind of team. They've got a very, very good defense and a trickle-down-the-field offense. That's what they do. That's how they progress. That's how they win games. If somebody comes in and blows the doors off your defense, the offense has got a problem because they are not built to do what's needed to win those kinds of games. It's just the unfortunate truth about the 49ers. And I still say that the 49ers are a really good team. Man, I cannot believe that the Chiefs went in there and blew the defensive doors off of the 49ers that bad. Next game, Seahawks at Chargers. Boy, did I get this pick wrong. Yeah, Seahawks at Chargers. Seahawks 37, Chargers 23. I mean, good fucking God. The Chargers are looking rough rapidly. Holy crap. I mean, you've got a phenom, an absolute stud quarterback. And I don't even know what to say about the rest of the team. Like they've got a good defense, not great, but they've got a good enough defense. They've got a questionable secondary, but good linebackers, good D line. Their O line has been very questionable, but they've also had injuries. Their quarterback's very good. Their fucking running back is very good. They've got a couple of good receivers, although I believe Mike Williams got injured in this game, which is probably what led to this. Rough. Okay, it's just rough. Like I said, Seahawks win 37-23. And honestly, the fact that the Seahawks looked so questionably rough at the very beginning of the year to all of a sudden leading the fucking NFC West. What? I mean, who else finds that shocking? Truthfully, between the Rams, the Cardinals, the fucking Seahawks, and oh fuck me, who the hell else is in that goddamn division? I always forget. Let's see here. NFC West, Rams, 49ers, Cardinals, Seahawks. Between those teams, how the hell, honestly, how in the living fuck have they come back? How in the hell have they come back? I just don't know. So the next game. Christ. Steelers at Dolphins. This was a paint dry game right here, man. I mean, dude, I get Tua's rusty. It's been out a few weeks. And the Dolphins have been kind of up, down with him out. Tua's got the potential to be a good dink and dunk quarterback, but downfield threat, no. And the problem is he's got two really solid downfield threat receivers. There was such an obvious underthrown ball to Tyreek Hill. And I literally put on Facebook about how Tyreek was talking about Tua's accuracy. This thing was so horribly underthrown. It was pathetic. And I said, hey, who could have made that throw to you? Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, sucker, or fool, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. God, Tua does not have a strong arm. I mean, the dude's accurate for dink and dunk, but there's a lot of quarterbacks that are accurate for dink and dunk. But he does fit their scheme really well to a point, except for the fact that they've got two, they've got like one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid fucking receivers sitting on the roster in Tyreek Hill. And they can't even throw the ball to him because the quarterback didn't have the arm strength to get downfield to him because the guy is nicknamed the Cheetah for a fucking reason because he's fucking quick. So I still have my reservations about Tua. I really do. I think if they get somebody with an arm, that team could blow some motherfuckers up. Okay, they really could. But they need to focus on where Tua is strong. And Tua is strong at scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage, on screens, and on crossing routes. And then let the receivers do what they need to do. That's how they win games. That's how they must win games, because Tua just does not have the arm to do it. He just doesn't, man. So, but yeah. So the Dolphins did win 16-10. I did not know that I didn't really think that Tua was going to be coming back the way he did. So, yeah, my bad, because I chose the Steelers to win this one. And honestly, Pickett looked rough. Pickett looked rough. Their quarterback. Steelers, yeah, he looked rough, very rough. And Tua was rusty. Because otherwise, if Tua would have been on his game 100%, I think they'd have blown the fucking Steelers out. So last game, again, man, did I pick this wrong. Holy Jesus Christ. Bears at Patriots, Monday Night Football. Holy fucking crap. This was a shitty game. Bears 33, Patriots 14. Where's this supposed really great Patriots defense that's all of a sudden stepping up that I keep hearing about? Wasn't there last night. I know. It was a crappy weather. It seems to be the Bears' forte this season. It was a crappy weather, foggy, nasty, whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. You're getting paid lots of money to play this game and to coach this game, and the defense just did not do an amazing job at that. So that's the last 2 weeks. So let's cover my particular line here. Okay, we're gonna move this over here so I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing here. Okay, so I chose. Sorry, there's going to be a slight delay here because I am highlighting my wins and losses so I can calculate. The thing of interest, by the way, in the Patriots showing is that Mac Jones looked a little rough. Belichick immediately benched him. Went right back to their third string backup, which was apparently shifted to their second string because he was the hotter hand, and the hotter hand couldn't even get it done. So it is what it is. I don't know what to say. Ah, damn, I did not realize how rough my picks were looking. Ooh. My Chiefs picks this season have been like totally on par. We'll say that. Okay, so far so good there. It's like the end of week 6. I look good. Sorry. So basically what I do is I underline who I chose, and then I bold whoever actually won the fucking game. That way I can easily calculate if I was right or wrong. Yeah. So on a different side note, the interest as far as home stuff, Kansas City stuff, is that they restructured Travis Kelce's contract and opened up $3 million in cap space. And my God, the Kansas City speculation pool is opened the fuck up. Holy crap. Because damn. Damn. It's rough. It is a rough go. People are screaming OBJ. Problem with OBJ is that we won't even see him until December, and even then we won't even know if he's going to be good to go, because he'll still have to, pass physicals and get up to speed on the playbook. And every new receiver that's come into this team, into the Kansas City Chiefs team, is surprisingly shocked to see just how intricate the playbook is. I don't know why that's a thing, because everybody knows Reed's playbooks are kind of like trying to read War and Peace, except football version. So kind of interesting that people are shocked with that, but whatever. Okay, so okay, so we have okay, so let's go wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, ouch. Week 6 was rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. Okay, so week 6 for me. Like I said, man, it's crazy season. Crazy season indeed. Week 6, I went 7 for 6 on my picks. Ouch. Now, my week 7 picks were the Cardinals, the Ravens, the Buccaneers, the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Giants, Cardinals, Ravens, Buccaneers, Bengals, Cowboys, Giants, Packers, Titans, Raiders, Jets, Chiefs, Chargers, Steelers, Patriots. Oh, yeah. So the Cardinals won their game, Ravens won their game, Bengals won their game, Cowboys won their game, Giants won their game. So there's 6. Titans won theirs, Raiders won theirs, Jets won theirs, Chiefs won theirs. Okay, so that I ended up with 8 wins. And then loss, loss, loss. So an 8 and 5 on week 7. Ouch. Oh my God. So here lies my question. Again, who has the Buccaneers voodoo doll? Because how the hell do I pick the Ravens and Buccaneers? The Ravens are, at least as far as this season goes, historically terrible in the fourth quarter, but the Buccaneers are a hot fucking mess. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I really am. I think that the Ravens, especially if the Buccaneers consistently play the way that they have been the last couple of weeks, the Ravens are going to take this game. It's a big question mark, though. Broncos at Jaguars. I honestly think that the Broncos defense is good enough to take this, but I also think that the Jaguars offense needs a feel good. They really do, and I think they've got the capability of doing it. So I'm taking Jaguars over the Dolphins, or over the Broncos. So the Dolphins at Lions. I'm definitely taking the Dolphins in that one. I don't think the Lions defense can even remotely stand up to this. Fucking Panthers at Falcons, dude. That's a pickle race. Okay, that is a pure pickle race. We're gonna go with Falcons. Cardinals at Vikings. Cardinals are inconsistent as fuck right now. Let's go with the Vikings. Cowboys at Bears. Cowboys D, I think, is more than up to the challenge to handle one of their divisional rivals. So I'm gonna go with Cowboys. Raiders at Saints. Oh, God, man. You know, I love the Saints. I really do. And this is going to be in that who dat dome, baby. But I don't know if the Raiders or if the Saints are consistent enough to overcome the Raiders, because the Raiders are way better than what their record screams. I can't even believe I'm picking them. And if they lose again, I may stop picking them, even if they just completely flip the script. I just can't trust them if they lose this game too. But I'm going to go Raiders. Steelers and Eagles. As good as the Steelers defense is, I think the Eagles offense is better. Patriots at Jets. I think if the Jets continue to stick with, hey, let's not trust our quarterback with anything crazy, I think that the Jets are going to win that game. Titans at Texans. I don't even think that's honestly a question, although divisional. I think the Titans are going to win that one. Giants at Seahawks. I think the Giants are actually going to take that one, although the Seahawks have been playing good. The big question mark is DK Metcalf is out. And that's a big problem for Geno Smith, because DK Metcalf is him and Lockett are like locked in. Let me look at something here real quick, actually. Good one, Lockett. Yeah, DK Metcalf had the one reception. So yeah, so you got Goodwin and you got Lockett, which ended up being the top two receivers, which wasn't even amazing in this last week's game. It's just good enough. I don't know what to say. I'm taking Giants on that one. Commanders at Colts. I don't even know what to expect out of the quarterback that's about to step in for the Colts. I do understand what the roster is, but I think that the Commanders, if they're still under the command of Taylor Heineke, I think they're going to win that game. 49ers at Rams. Historically, over the last few years, the 49ers have owned the Rams. Here we go again. I think 49ers are taking that one. Packers at fucking Bills. I think the fucking Packers are going to get their asses smacked like they have been a bad girl. Bengals at Browns. Script has been flipped. The Bengals will be at the Browns. The Browns have a good defense, not great, horrible offense. And we're coming into what? I think Deshaun's supposed to be playing soon. Still going Bengals. So that's my week 8 picks. Y'all tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of how the last couple of weeks gone. And again, I do apologize for the 1 week delay. Such is life, right? So folks, I want to thank you very much, and we'll catch you next week, hopefully, all right?